What's happening, people? Sai TV. This is podcast 115. Shout out to the man them in the building. You know what I'm saying? Milan, Nuruddin, Aaron, Musa. You know what I'm saying? How the people doing, man? Everyone good?
Yeah, man.
Everybody's good, man. Surviving.
What's that? Sorry, surviving, yeah? That's all it's about, man.
Yesterday.
Yeah, man. We survived the game. Let's not kid ourselves, but we survived that. You know what I mean? What would I call it?
I'm going to defend the team today, you know. I thought the team had energy. It's just the lack of quality. But the energy was there, man. The effort was there. I thought that was one of the best games I've seen Maguire have, man.
Yeah,
Maguire
listen, I think the defense showed quality, but I think the attack was a bit toothless.
Yeah, but we don't have quality, though, to feed them from midfield. So what do you expect?
Yeah, true. But just Nuruddin, how's your week been? You know what I mean? It's Monday so far. How's it been, man? You know what I'm saying?
Surviving, bro. Surviving. Week to week. Day to day.
That's it, man. Musa, how's it going, man? In the dunya? What's the dunya saying?
Dunya, man. You know the dunya. The dunya is unforgivable.
Absolutely, man.
Here.
Absolutely.
We're here.
That's it, man. We're here, man. And Aaron, how you doing, man? Everything all good, bro?
Everything's good, man. You're blessed, alive, well, black. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. And also, man, shout out to Paul Labile Pogba. His birthday today.
Saying, man. Happy birthday.
He's 28 now. You know what I mean? King Labile. Nuruddin, man, 28 now, man. You know what I mean? This is
prime
like
years, mate.
The prime years, man.
Prime years.
Can we keep hold of Paul Pogba, man? That's the big question, Nuruddin. 28 now. Would you stay under this regime?
No.
Would you stay?
No. Good night, Vienna, pal. Good night, Vienna. The only thing that would have made me stay, and Bruno will find out shortly as well. And you know what? Big up Gary Neville, man. You know, sometimes I come at Gary Neville, you know, when he gets things wrong or when he comes out and he's caping for either Sky or for United, I tell it. But last night, I thought his analysis was brilliant. And he basically, literally just blew it out the water. Everything we said about this new structure, he blew it all out the water. He said the football director has absolute no power to veto, to sack a manager, to hire a manager, to recruit a player or to get rid of a player. All of it is what? All of it is
yeah,
for show. Smoking mirrors. Smoking mirrors. Smoking mirror. That's what it's about. So big up Gary Neville. But last night, you know what? Because the energy against the past games at home is always lethargic, FC, innit? But last night, the energy was good. But obviously, when you see... That's why David Moyes is at West Ham, man. 5 at the back. You know, that first half, they just camped in. And it would be difficult. Even if we had ballers, it'd be difficult. But we will still have to break them down. But I thought the players had energy. I thought there was energy last night. Even though the last 10 minutes you see Bruno holding his leg, Marcus Rashford, there's a
see that picture there. That was a big picture. I don't know if you see that picture of them both looking knackered, mate. They're getting run to the ground now, man. And,
yeah.
No substitutes again. Anyway,
Musa, man, how did you know what I mean? Apart from the game, we'll get to the game now. But Paul Pogba, 28 today. Can we keep him, man? You know what I mean?
poor boy. I don't know. Like, we've seen how we've missed him since he's been injured and he hasn't been here. And for me, it's like we're always hearing about getting rid of Paul, bringing someone else. Why are we always trying to replace players, like trying to bring other people in? And then we got to give them a chance, just like Van der Beek. We got to get them up to the pace of the Premiership football. Then we got to do, it's like, and this is why that now I get it. Why Alex Ferguson used to just get Premiership proven. He used to just look, let you do the signing. If he does a good job for you for a year or two, we'll come knocking on your door. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why Alex used to do that, because he just wants Premiership proven. And I feel like a lot of the time now, because the markets they've grown, everyone's looking outside of the Premiership. If you don't, you're going to get overpriced with that Premiership tax. Then we're going to still have to wait, give players chances to have a season bedded into the league. Then we're going to just really not get the best of it. That's why we spent about 40 million on Van der Beek. And we all know how that story goes, innit?
Exactly, man. Aaron, man.
You're talking about the ghost.
What Musa just said, yeah?
The ghost.
You know what Musa just said when he talks about the what was I going to say? Premier League proven players. There's nothing wrong with Premier League proven players in it. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's a difference between buying Premier League proven players and just going into the Premier League and just looking at all the British talent because you want a British core in your team. There's a big difference. And I think this is one of the mistakes that, obviously, it's just reports. We don't know if it's true or anything. But when I'm reading stuff like we're linked to Nathan Collins, who plays for Stoke, we're linked to Ben White, who plays for Brighton, we're linked to, remember at the, when was it that we were linked to this guy from Bournemouth? That winger, Brooks.
Yeah.
We were linked to Brooks from Bournemouth. Sorry. Then in January we were close to spending 40 million on Josh King, who's sitting on the bench for Everton now. Like, if you want to go and buy players from the Premier League, that's fine. But look at the teams, and the least you can do is look at their best player. Look at their best player. Then you can say, all right, cool. We're going to buy this guy and this guy. Do you know what I mean? Go for those type of guys. But don't bring us nobodies who've never played at this level and just young players you're just going to come in and be amazed by the history of Manchester United because they've been told so and are just going to come in and just be like, yes, 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 and just obey to everything that's going to be told to them. So, yeah, I just wanted to add to what Musa said. I don't know what you're going to say.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. We've got nearly 200 people watching now. Please smash a like on the video and share the video across all your social platforms. I'm going to start with you, Nuruddin, man. Massive week ahead, man, for Man United. You're on mute.
Mr. Structure, thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Structure, man. You know what I mean? Sorry, mate. Sorry, pal.
Mr. Structure.
Mr. Structure. It's a massive week for Man United.
Now. Hey.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? There's not really much to talk about last night. It was a convincing, it wasn't a convincing win, but it was a job done. Professional job done against a stubborn West Ham, you know what I mean? Let's be honest with you. They never came out to play. They wanted to be, very resolute. But looking into the week ahead, man, it's a massive, massive week for Man United. Let's not kid ourselves, mate. Huge. Shout out to Pie Radio Man, them in the building. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yo, man, big up, man. Yeah. Apologies on the lateness, innit?
Nah, man, come on, man. Like Matisse says, man, lateness is greatness, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lateness is greatness and that, innit? Hey, salute to all the man, them Saeed, Nuruddin, Aaron, Musa, Gang. You already know.
Come on. But yeah, Nuruddin, man, big week, man. Massive week for Manchester United, man. You know what I mean? Like, let's not kid ourselves, but 2 competitions now. This is where Ollie kind of makes the 9 million a year. Apparently, what we're saying, this is where he makes his money, innit? You know what I mean?
Exactly. This is where 2 cup competitions, 2 games, both of them away, aren't they? They're both away.
Both away, yeah, both away.
Both away games, so yeah. And our season, to be fair, our away form is quite decent. So we've got to go there, Milan. We've got to turn up. I think he last night he said possibly Cavani and Martial might be fit for the game. So we're gonna definitely need them to come back. We need reinforcements, man. But it's one of those. It is one of those where it could all go. It could all pot some pantsy, mate. It could all go. It could all go south, if you know what I mean. And I think the players have to show it for Ollie to stay. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna stay anyway. This whole restructuring thing was there to placate Ollie and the Glazers. He's gonna get a sign anyway. Because to be honest with you, the only times where Man United sack managers is when they can't make the top 4. That's the only times when they sack managers. And whether we like it or not, guys, we are the new Arsenal. We are top 4 FC. Seriously, we are the new Arsenal because there's no other ambition to go beyond top 4. You know what I mean? It's no other ambition to go beyond top 4. So the thing about us is that actually we're the new Arsenal. We have been the new Arsenal for a while, but we're not getting the cup competitions. At least Arsenal would, the FA Cup belonged to them, man. They own that cup. They would beat anybody, on their day. So this is what we are, and this is what I've been reading more into this new structure. And Gary Neville, like I said, I don't know if you watched after the game last night, but he blew out the water. He just said, this is from within, and he was like, he don't see them. He don't see this footballing director having 3 to 4 or 5 years to basically bringing us back to competing for the Champions League and the league. And that's Gary Neville. And look how many contacts Gary Neville has inside the club. And what does that tell you? But it's all of the things that all of us have suspected. It's all of our suspicions last night was laid bare. It wasn't even about the game, Saeed. It wasn't even about the game. It was about what came after the game. And that's why I'm saying to you, get the T-shirts out. Officially, we are the new Arsenal.
But it's a massive week, man. Belay visuals here with Super Chat. You know what I mean? It's no surprise. A bit of Rashford, you know what I mean? Banter. He goes, who saw dead Rashford yesterday with his dead step overs? Excuse he was injured. 66 minutes. I decided to watch last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones.
No, he's a bit harsh. He's a bit harsh.
Yeah, well, if you don't know him, it's Belay visuals. He's been harsh on Rashford for the last, you know what I mean? Many years, mate.
Listen, the man he's just rushing back to rescue this club. He's rushing back, playing with injuries, playing with pain. He must have took an injection because towards the end of the game, he's there grabbing his ankle.
Yeah,
he's holding that ankle, and it's like that ankle that he got injured. So,
but you know what I think it is, Nodin? I think they're trying to push Rashford towards these unbelievable numbers towards so that towards the end of his career they can look back and say, oh, look at these numbers. I think he's 23 now, and I've seen the numbers, what was it, yesterday or something? And he's got over 256 appearances or something like that, which is crazy. Do you know what I mean? And I think the club is trying to force these numbers on him. We've seen it when we played. I can't remember what team we played, and we were comfortable. We were going to win this game, game regardless. And he brought Rashford on half time. Was it not Solskjær at home when we were up 4-0 already?
I think it was Aaron, yeah, Solskjær. He took Bruno off and then brought on Rashford.
So, and it was the day of his 5th anniversary that Rashford made his debut in the Europa League against Midtjylland, and they gave him the captain's armband. So it was the perfect day, obviously, for the pictures and for the photos and to post on their website afterwards. So all these things are planned, innit? So regardless of whether Rashford is feeling pain or not, they're always going to find a way to make him play because they're thinking, towards the end of your career, we can back these numbers. Do you know what I mean? And but ultimately, it's dangerous because if Rashford's not careful, he's going to end up being another Rooney. We've all seen what happened with Wayne Rooney. I love him to bits, love him to death. But man was finished before he was 30. Before he was 30,
you know what, bro?
To midfield.
You know what, bro? I think he could go one even worse. I think it could be a Michael Owen. I think that's where in terms of his injuries taking a toll on his body, I do. Who's 24 playing with 2 injuries, back and shoulder? So no matter what you do in life, even if you don't do sports, a back injury and a shoulder injury is gonna mash you up. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this guy's got a back injury and a shoulder injury, and has to play through it. And then the injuries he actually picks up while he's playing. So yeah, he's not.
Yeah, the ankle one as well. The ankle one.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So man's got 3 injuries, bro. So let's look this up. In his back, which is vital to you standing up, his ankle, which is vital to him running, and his shoulder, which is on his arm, which is vital to him holding up. And you're basically limiting what he can do on the pitch. You might as well not play him. Do you get what I'm saying? Ollie will within the last year or so. Ollie has ruined his career within the last year in terms of injuries. He's overplayed. He came back when we first come back from that lockdown, and the first game was Tottenham. He then played all them games, even though I think after that period, he was one of we had, 6 or 7 of the top 10 players to play after that period throughout the whole of that return from lockdown. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of them. They're ruining him for what? For stats. And Aaron's right in saying that. They're doing it for the end of his career, but what they're not realizing is by doing this, you're going to bring that end of career a lot sooner. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They're thinking of like gigs. They're thinking of, he's going to have this many. He's going to break the appearance record. He's going to break the goals record.
JV. Yeah, I said it'll be for me looking like, towards the end of his career, 27, 28. And I called it. Remember when I called it? I said 27, 28. That's when we'll see maybe.
But you see what JV just said there, yeah? Because he named Giggs. What people don't understand, yeah, bro, is Giggs took care of his body. Giggs listened to his body. That's why he managed to. That's why he managed to.
The yoga and the gal in it. You feel me? That's what he did.
Oh, yeah.
Some next workouts in it. Some different type of stamina workout there.
This is what people don't realize. Giggs was taking care of his body, and you're not going to, in this modern game, you're not going to last long if you don't take care of your body. And most importantly, if you don't listen to your body. You have to listen to it. When your body says stop, just stop. Even if it's for 5 games, sacrifice those 5 games, because those 5 games might give you another 2 years. Do you know what I'm saying? You never know in this game. And the game's changing every single year. New methods are coming up. The game's getting quicker and quicker and quicker. If you don't listen to your body, within 2-3 years, there's going to be another youth that's going to come out of nowhere who's 5 times quicker than you, 5 times more techie than you, and you'll just be forgotten because you haven't listened to your body. And now you're slowing down, and the other kids are going up.
Yeah, it's like look at Hazard at Madrid. Look, he's got another injury now. Injury. He's injured again.
I just seen it now.
Yeah. And then as I remember seeing something about players who played with, and they said, "Oh, he never takes training seriously." This is you see where people don't realize, if he trains properly, his body's stronger. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He trains properly, his body's stronger. When he's getting targeted, because he's someone who's targeted every game from tackles and fouls, he's then stronger. Now he's reaching his 29-30 hill. Do you get what I'm saying? Once you get to this age and your metabolism stops working and you start, look at him now, he's got a dad belly. Man's got a dad body, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? He don't look like he's been a professional athlete for 12 years of his life, if not longer. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is where you have to take care of your body. Hazard, for me, has to be the primary subject for any young player who's thinking about, do you have to look after your body? Of course you do. Because you will get injuries anyway. But if you're not strong enough, your body will just fold and crumble. Like every time he gets tapped, he seems to be out for months from a tackle nowadays, Hazard. Yeah. So that's where Rashford needs to look after himself.
Can I just read this?
Go on. I'm
just going to read this couple of super chats here. This one's for you, Nuruddin. Exactly grabbing his ankle after that dead step over made it look like he was injured. You was too harsh on your boy, De Gea. Another one here. Last one for me. Rashi, slightly better than James. If you think Rashi will be class, your standards are poor. Yo, man, Belay Visuals, man. The biggest agenda on Rashford, but there is no man.
Just to touch on what JB said again, on Hazard. And I can confirm that this is true because obviously I've researched a lot of things back in the day, and remember that interview when Eto'o was going at Guardiola and explaining his relationship with him at Barcelona. He said when he went to Chelsea, he said the most incredible player he'd ever played with and the laziest player he'd ever played with at that time was Eden Hazard. He said, I told Hazard, and I spoke to him, I said, Mr. Eden Hazard, if you don't train hard enough, yes, you might get away with it in the game because you have moments of brilliance, but within 2 to 5 years, there's going to be other youths that are going to come out of nowhere who are quicker than you, techier than you, faster than you, stronger than you, and will just forget you. And look at us now. Mbappe came out of nowhere. Boom. Look at where Mbappe is now. Haaland came out of nowhere. Boom. Look at what Haaland is now. And all of a sudden, as brilliant as Hazard is, we've all forgotten about him. Not forgotten, but like he's out the picture. So Rashford needs to be extremely careful. He needs to take care of his body. If he wants to have a long career, he needs to take care of his body properly. It's not for no reason that we see the likes of, and people call the Italian league a farmers league, which I think is a myth, but fam, not every 40-year-old is able to play in a top 5 European league. Not every 40-year-old can do that. I'm sorry, but not everybody can do that. You can't tell me that a 32-year-old Rooney could have played in the Serie A because that's never going to happen.
Palacio for Bologna is
for Bologna,
39.
Quagliarella is still playing, bro.
Yeah.
He's 38.
He was top goal scorer this season before. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Top goal scorer, bro.
Yeah. Can I just bring the podcast back over to, you know what I mean, in terms of this week and whatnot? Musa, I'm going to come to you next. Mentality, man. You know, are you worried about the mentality for me? Because obviously we've seen it with the bottle tendencies, you know what I mean? It's only going to Solskjær getting over that final hurdle. You know what I mean? It's almost like, obviously we got the Leicester game. That's almost like a similar semi-final type. AC Milan, I know they lost on the weekend, I think 1-0 to Napoli, but it's a different ball game, this one. You know, are you worried about the mentality for you?
Yeah, 100%, man. And I think like Ollie hasn't helped because talking about like the injuries and stuff like that, I think it was just like, it was only a couple months back we were talking about United having the best squad in the Premier League.
Yeah,
or, you know, in the top 2. You know what I mean? Everyone was like saying squad for squad, we're better than this team, we're better than that team. And we were talking the talk, so
not me.
Yeah.
Not me, bro. Not me.
It's the structure was not happening.
I was saying the opposite.
So there was a lot of people out here and we were comparing squads and and saying this and saying that. So my thing is, the last game for Oli not to make a sub, and it was a drab game. Nothing was going on, like you said, Saeed, and the man didn't make a sub. What does that tell the man them on the bench? Like, as a manager, you're talking about mentalities. If you're looking at the game against West Ham and you're seeing the way the game was going and you're a player on the bench and your manager doesn't make a sub, doesn't call you on, what does that say to you about the trust that he has in you to deliver in a game like that against West Ham? And I feel like Ollie's starting to create this mentality or this vibe within the squad, showing that he doesn't really trust a lot of players. The thing that he has with Lindelof, you know, the thing that he has with his favourites, you know, Dan James, cool, he's done his thing, but I think it's about time now he chills again, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cool, yeah, he was running around, but come on, that's enough now, isn't it? Like, what are you going to do, play him till the end of the season? And
I think that's the case, but also, man, I think that's for me, Sancho now, no more Sancho now. You know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news,
Dan James did. Like, I saw Dan James against West Ham yesterday. He had the ball, and he was just a headless chicken in their box. He went left, he went right, then they took it off him, and I was like, not once did I think the brother was going to have any composure and pick the right pass or even go for a shot. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a man like Gunwood who was creating his own chances and hitting the bar, popping off quickly, and you can see someone who's got something about him to go to the next level. So this is what we're saying. We got Diallo on the bench. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like, if this is, and that's again, and I look at Man City and I look at the amount of changes Pep's making. Man like Sterling and them, man, they're not even getting on. And I'm thinking,
man. Sterling's tweeting about, oh, don't worry about the papers, man. I'm still playing with the team.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's how crazy it is over there. You know what I mean? Imagine Van der Beek tweeting saying, don't worry, man, Ollie's going to play me.
Yeah, the levels is high. This is what I'm trying to say. So if you think about how Sterling's been moving and he can still get benched and he's bringing on different players, I look at Pep and I think, nah, we got Ollie. Nah. So I mean, see me, the mentality, the man that we got in charge, for me, if the players have Ollie's mentality, I got no hope in it. And that's how we are. Like, I told you from last week, Ollie owed me money. It's been a year. I'm not accepting it no more. I don't want it back. I'm not, like, there's nothing you can do. We're talking about a new contract. We're talking about him being here for the whole of next year.
Even if he gives it,
that's what I'm saying. Listen, I saw you go mad. Listen, I saw you go mad the other day. Ollie smiles at every occasion. He just smiles.
Yeah, man.
Goes the guy in.
You know why though? He's winning in life though, man. He's winning in life right now. You know what I mean?
Big contract. He's definitely winning in life, and all them zeros in his bank account. He's definitely winning.
You know what it is? He's got a nervous smile. He's got a nervous smile, and Kai knows he's an idiot now, because he knows he's an idiot, and then he gets a question. He just has to smile because he knows he's going to say.
But he has to be careful. He has to be careful.
Ollie owes me hours in life, you know. That's
crazy. Time we're not going to get back in it. All this time we spent watching this Ollie ball, he owes us all. You get what I'm saying?
Best he split them M's, fam. Best he split them M's, bro, to making us watch these matches, bro. Come pay for my Sky. All these matches you're making me watch. Come pay for my Sky and my BT, fam. You know what I'm saying? And a little interest on top.
Yeah, even Gary Neville, Ollie has to win a trophy. I'm going to come over to the Pi Radio man, them JV Flawless, man. You know what I mean? Big week coming up. You know what I mean? Like, no messing around here. AC Milan. And obviously, you get me Leicester on the weekend. Can you, obviously, I know what your answer's going to be, Flawless, but can you trust Ollie to adapt to both?
Questions you already know the answer to. Can we trust Ollie to adapt? No. Can we trust these players to get us a result in one or both of these games? Absolutely. I'm probably in the minority of saying this, but I genuinely believe we will go through against AC Milan. Simply because every time
I'm not confident, you know.
And you know what's mad? If we would have fast forward this 2 weeks ago, and this was before the Manchester derby, you would have said the exact same thing. I'm not confident. They're in flying form. They've won 21 games in a row. We haven't got this player.
But Ollie has Pep's number, though. Ollie has Pep's number.
I'm with Flawless on this, though. I'm with Flawless on this as well. I'm with you on this, Flawless. I'm just afraid that with the injuries, that individual talent is a bit scarce right now. I'm thinking.
It is a bit scarce, and I'm with you on that. It is a bit scarce, but that ties even more so into my argument for the simple fact of everything is against us. You get me? All the injuries. We have to go there and score at least either win 1-0 or score 2 goals to get through the tie.
Who's injured?
Everything
Who's
is against
right
us.
now?
I think
Who's
Cavani's
injured
injured. I
right
think
now?
Cavani's injured.
Cavani,
Martial's injured. Rashford not fully
Apparently they're all
fit.
back though. Apparently they're all back. Even Paul
See,
Pogba
so
could be back.
if they're all
Yeah.
back, this gives us a chance. And adding the point as well, yes, AC Milan played us off the park, but they're not AC Milan of old. And it's just like us to get a result in it. Every time we think the end is coming, this story continues. You know what I'm saying? And every time we think, right, Ollie's done, our season's over. Our season could be over by this show next week. Our season could be over. Good.
But the way that they apparently offered a contract is a trophy the All MB for Ollie though. That's the weird thing about it though. Is he thinking that's why he's smiling? He's probably thinking, yeah, these man don't know, you know. Man don't even have to win a trophy, you know. You know what I mean? These man don't even know, you know.
Yeah, he has to win a trophy. Yeah, he has to win a trophy. But the thing is, we've seen this board being competent before, and that's why I'm not taking the whole talk of Ollie getting a new deal isn't from a reliable source. 1 and 2, we've seen them do this in the past. They did it with Mourinho. They gave Mourinho a new contract in the summer and sacked him 2-3 months later. We know what this board's like. It's like they just like giving away money. So I could see them if they decide to give him a new deal. If it goes tits up next season, they'll sack him. We know what this board is like, so
but you know
that's why I'm
mad?
not paying too much attention to
what's
it.
Mad, though? Ollie's a man that you don't even have to give him a contract until he's on his last day. He ain't going nowhere. Where's he going? Where's he going? You know what I mean? Like, who's Ollie, bro? Like, where? Like, Ollie just...
But that's how I
ask him. Yeah, even if they ask him in a press conference, like, what's going on with your deal? He's just gonna smile and be like, it's cool.
Just smile.
You know.
So that's how I'm looking at it. Yes, it's a massive week. It's like I said, by this show next week, Monday, our season could be over. We could be out of the Europa League, out of the FA Cup.
And that's why I told this, man.
But that's what makes me. But the thing is, if that happens, if we lose these 2 games in close proximity, which they are, Ollie out is going to that train's unstoppable. If we go out, we have all the ammunition we need. That train is unstoppable. I'm not saying but what I'm saying is in regards to social media,
flawless too now.
A lot of people go, 675th round in it, ding ding. It's gonna what's it called? Love every time, fam. You already know that train is gonna be unstoppable. And we've seen it after the Palace game. After the Palace game, that's the worst. I've seen Ollie Inners coming over and people doubting it. If we go out at 2 competitions in the space of 3-4 days and our season's over, our fans are going to be up, bro. I can already see you ranting already about it.
They'll blame the players and the board, bro.
Yeah,
players. They will blame. That will add into it, but I can see people crossing over because they think it'll be March and our season's done. We like Arsenal. Remember when Arsenal, their season would just finish within February?
March.
When they go out of 3 competitions in 4 days. That could be us now. We could be, everything could be over.
Listen,
we could have nothing to do.
See the Arsenal lifestyle. Go on.
Robert Moore says here, anyone know if Ollie deal includes a new Apple TV? Anyone know that? And Milan shows in the building. He goes, better lineup than Brazil 2002. Hit the like button ASAP. Get this trend in deserves. Yo, big up Strong, man.
I'm Rivaldo.
But that's my whole point.
I was saying the Arsenal lifestyle is rough though, because every time Arsenal win a game, I check the league. Them man have been 10th for a minute, you know. That lifestyle.
Them man beat their North London rivals. Big game. Mourinho's finished, and them man moved from 10th to 10th in it. Big up Arsenal anyway. Salute to Arsenal in it out here going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You love to see it. But that's why I think we'll win one or both of these games. I know what
you Norridin, you look like you're saying no.
Structure, Mr. Structure. It's not Norridin.
You reckon we'll lose both the games, Norridin? You reckon we'll lose both the games? You reckon it's done?
I think our away record, like you said, every time Ollie's at the edge of the cliff, man, the man rescuing it. They come to the rescue.
No, but what about cup competition though? Cup competition Norridin though. Is he at that point?
We froze from. Yeah, everyone's jump out and jump back in. Yeah,
you know what? It's cup competition or not. Let me tell you something, right? With the structure, the way the restructures come out, Ollie ain't going anytime, anywhere, any soon, brothers. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, it's the own. Look at the history.
Why'd you have to do that, man, Norridin? Why'd you have to do that, man?
No, but look at the history, Man United. Look, David Moyes took the champions to 7th. See you later. Moyes came in. Van Gaal came in. Did we play? Did we ever play in the Champions League with Van Gaal? I think one season we did. Oh,
one season, yeah, and he went out.
Yeah, we went out, and then the season after he won the FA Cup, but he just finished. He finished fifth on goal difference. Remember, Man City?
Yeah.
Man City came fourth that season. He got headed out. He got sacked at a press conference. Mourinho was never gonna make it. They made it so that the fact that he was never gonna, even though what Flawless said is true, they gave him a contract because guess what? You know how my man got a contract at United, yeah? That's how you know the people running United don't have any clue. My guy started talking about Paris Saint-Germain, saying, "Oh, my son gets the Euro." You know what I mean? The Euro star. And go. You know what I said?
Who said that?
Jose. This is Jose's word. My son goes to Paris Saint-Germain to go and watch attractive football and a beautiful city while he's there. Wow. This is the man who lives in a hotel to get more money out, of Man United. What does that just tell you? The biggest thing for me is that the Ole sacking is only we're ever getting out of the Champions League, or you know what I mean? If
we did that.
Champions League, we're not going to make the in terms of the top four, or we don't have any chance. That's when they sack the manager. Because our club, like I always explain to you guys, it's about sponsorship. It's about making that bit of money, taking that money out. This week, we've already seen it. My man's going to make, he sold his shares and he's going to make 100 million. He's going to make 100 million. 100 million. I think it's Avram Glazer, one of them. He's making and $100 million for his shares, but they still have 75% of the shares at United. So, sorry, guys. Question for you: if you say players injured, which team's down? So it's what bare bones. He's played Rashford, and because listen, some of these players.
How can Ollie be blamed? He said, "How can Ollie be blamed?"
But what the biggest thing is because when the players are injured, the players say, "I'm injured." Rashford has got this thing into his head. He wants to be a diehard, and Ollie thinks 90s old school football. You know what? You've got to toughen you up. The first interview when Ollie got the job, after 2 weeks in training with the players, you know what he said? We need to tough some of these guys up. And after that, me and Aaron, I remember I'm looking at Aaron, I'm sat next to Aaron looking at him like, what is he doing playing this guy? What is he doing? Rashford and Ollie have got this back. Rashi, you're going to play through a ball. That's like putting pressure on him, putting pure pressure on him. And Rashford is like Rooney, one of those guys who always wants to play. But the biggest thing, Said, is that cup competition or cup competition, Woodward is already out there putting the things out that there's been an improvement. So even if we finish 20 points behind Man City, they're going to see it as an improvement because we finished second. And it's all about we're the new Arsenal minus the cups. That's who we are. So if you want
to they win cups at least.
Arsenal won cups, yeah.
Yeah, but so we don't win cups though. So are we Arsenal?
That's why I said minus the cups.
Yeah.
We're the new Arsenal minus the cups.
Aaron, you know what I mean, bro? Like, how are you feeling this week, man? Are you confident as Flawless and Musa? For me, I look at it, I think AC Milan here have to prepare for one game. Prepare for Pioli.
What's that?
The whole team.
We froze in it. Nuruddin, do you think we'll lose both of these games? Which one? Just quick. I missed your prediction because we froze. That's all. Just interested. That's all. You're on mute, family.
You're on mute, man. I know what he's going to say anyway.
What game would I prefer to lose? Milan.
No. What's your prediction? What do you think will happen? Is what I'm saying. Do you reckon we'll go out of both? You reckon we'll win one? You reckon we'll win both? Like, what's your thoughts?
Milan's home record ain't that great.
Apparently it's great. Apparently it's great.
Nah, not really. They lose some games. They struggle. They're better away from home. They're better. They're better away from home.
So they're like us.
Yeah, that's what I said. 2 falling giants. One of them is actually challenging for the league. I think they were how many points behind now? 7 or 8.
What about this though, Nuruddin? Aaron, let me ask Aaron this one.
Yeah.
Milan have to just park the bus and not concede. Lord knows how Ollie can take. So basically, is this a good game for us? Because if they park the bus and they counter-attack with 1 goal, Man United score 2. Obviously, still win the game. I understand that, but Aaron, is this a dangerous game now we're playing it? Because right now we don't have no control of the game. They can sit back and say to us, break us down. And what happens when you do that, Aaron?
Nothing happens. And this is the perfect scenario for AC Milan. Like you said, all they have to do is sit back and give us the ball and tell us, do something. But what I think they will do is they will actually try and score. They will
Oh,
actually
okay.
dominate. They will actually dominate the way they did in the first game, but at the same time dominate, but still have enough at the back and secure the back enough that they don't allow us to counter-attack, basically. And on top of that, a lot of their players are going to be back. I look at the lineup, yeah, from their game on the weekend, yeah, and this was on Saturday. 1 second. So actually, this was on Sunday, yeah. I look at their lineup and some of the players that are back. I'm seeing here, Çalhanoğlu's back. I'm seeing Tonali started, Kessie started on the bench. Rebic is back. I don't know about... Yeah, Rebic is back as well. So I don't know about Ibrahimovic. I don't know if he's going to be fit enough. I don't know. I don't know about the other players, Benacer,
Shout out to Shiraz,
Romagnoli.
man. He says Arsenal versus Man United Europa League final. That could be a possibility. I would love that. That would be the
United
best
don't
final
do
ever.
finals. We don't do finals.
We don't do,
man.
yeah, we
We're
don't do
semis,
finals,
bro.
man. We
My
do
point
the
is-
other word, but we can't
We
say
only
that.
get a
Bloody
semi.
PG. No, it didn't.
A lot of their players.
Man. Come on, man.
We're there.
I don't want to say
We're
that.
there, you know what I mean? We're there, you know what I mean? Bit of kissing and caressing, you know what I mean? And then, ba-doo, ba-doo.
Yeah, people. We got a super chat here, man, from Robert Moore. Shout out to Robert Moore, man. He's putting a lot of super chats in today. Shout out to you, man. Not saying Lingard is amazing, but I prefer to kept him in the squad and sent out McTominay on loan. He can't even make 5-yard passes. You know what, man? That's bang on, mate. Bang on.
Lingard's better than James anyway.
100%.
Lingard's better than James.
Oh, Lingard, mate. For me, yeah, I always liked him as squad player. Even Nordy will tell you, man. I always defended
player,
Lingard all the time, man. Squad player, mate. He's a good squad player.
I was
Theo
with
Hernandez
his,
is
with
back,
his
you
agent.
know what I mean?
I was with his. I don't know if you see the last post on my gram. I was with his agent on the weekend. You know his agent, Lingard.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Check
You know
Musa out.
Femi.
I know what you
I
mean.
think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
helped him broker his deal with Pogba's cousin, right?
So what's he saying? Is he staying then or what then?
I don't know, man. He just said, boy, he's enjoying his time in London. He's about the big city, isn't
This
it?
is what
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's true, man.
Even lockdown, you know, Lingardinho.
Come on, man.
He's been going Tower Bridge. He's been going all over the sites, just posting nice
telling you.
pictures. He's about.
I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying to you?
No, I'm happy for him. Trust me, you don't need to come back to this toxic club, mate. Toxic FC, mate. Lingard needs to go enjoy his football. Hopefully, he'll get back into the Euros.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for him. Yeah, I'm happy for him as well, man.
Rashford.
I'm definitely happy for him, man. I'm definitely
Yeah,
happy
man.
for
We got
him.
another.
But again,
We got
boys,
another kind of.
go on, boys. But I just think again, it's managers and systems and getting the best out of players and stuff like that. So for me, I just feel like if next year, anyway, let me just leave next year for next year.
I want to bring up the kind of the Ollie kind of what would I call it, expected deal. You know what I mean? Apparently, it's in the works. Flawless. I know we'll talk about in depth flawless about what can happen or what can happen, but does this contract depend on the trophies, or do you reckon he's getting the figure regardless? So is it kind of different motivation now? Ollie's, you know what I mean? Can Ollie prepare this side to its fullest, knowing that he's got a job already and he's got a job secured?
Whether the job is secured or not makes no difference on my opinion on him. This guy is not good enough. So when people say, "Oh, United always bottle it in semis with Ollie," blah blah, I don't think it's a bottle job mentality with him. I just think Ollie's not good enough.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To me, when I hear the term bottle job, it's more so you have the skill set to succeed, but mentally you don't have it. I don't think Ollie has the skill set. This is why I never say Ollie bottles it, because I don't expect him to win semi-finals. I don't expect him to win finals. I don't expect him to challenge for leagues. I don't expect him to win leagues. All of my faith that I have is solely on the individuals we have. And I say this all the time. There's a reason why I call us Individual Brilliance FC. That's the only reason we're second. It's simply because of the individuals we have. If you give Ollie a relegation side, he'll get relegated. You've seen it with Cardiff. He can't get the most out of what he has. This is why I'm critical. Put it this way, I don't rate David Moyes. If you give Ollie West Ham's team and squad this season, are they fourth? No chance. No chance.
Listen, if you give Ollie would get Leicester relegated. Ollie would get Leicester relegated.
This is my point. With
Ollie
Leicester,
would get them
he's not
relegated.
third. If you give him,
if Ollie had
Leicester
Leicester
team,
he would get them relegated.
They're not challenging for the what's it called, second place. They're not as high. You get what I'm saying?
They're not about.
That's my whole point. So that's why I say that regardless of if he signs a new deal or if he doesn't, I don't see it makes no difference in it. All right, he's secured, he's here for the long term. That doesn't enable him to prepare the squad better. Or if he's not here.
Do you know what though? One good thing can come out of him getting a new deal.
Cool.
He will be under more pressure. So if he's under this new deal, he's under more pressure, and we don't get the results, then he might be finally gone, innit? You know what I mean? That's the only positive I can see in this. They're obviously giving him a new deal, yeah, but they're obviously going to expect something back from this. Do you know what I mean? Like we keep saying, everyone else next season will be going 10 times harder. I don't think he gets with how he's managing right now. He doesn't get top 4 next season. He doesn't get it. He won't get it because everyone at Liverpool will rearmor themselves.
And
you know what I'm saying? Everyone will go again. Everton will do their bit. Do you know what I mean? West Ham have had a good season. They might even invest. Do you get what I'm saying? Listen to what I just said. I just said West Ham might invest. Why am I talking about West Ham as a Man United thing? Because they're doing good and they're behind us. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know what's mad about the West Ham thing as well? For the other people who always blame the board. And West Ham fans hate their board too.
Yeah.
But what's Moyes doing? You know what I'm saying? And that they're always complaining. West Ham fans are constantly complaining about as long as I can remember. I watched The Apprentice, so I know who Karen Brady is. Apprentice is a fire shop. They're always cussing around all the time. And what's Moyes doing in it? We did it From a Third Eye View a couple of weeks ago, and we was talking about the West Ham team, and I'm not a fan of Moyes. But that's his level. If you look at that West Ham side now, and JV has to credit him because he started it, and look at his Everton side, it's the same thing. Like you said, they have Cresswell at left back. That's just another Baines.
Yep.
Souček is just another Fellaini.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The goalkeeper they got Randolph, that's Tim Howard.
Yep.
Antonio was Lukaku.
Yep.
They just signed Lingard, that's Stephen Pienaar. It's the same shit. Yeah, it's the same format.
Diop's his new modern day Joseph Yobo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can keep going. You can keep going in that. You get me? Declan Rice just Mikel Arteta. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And that it's the same all 15 years later in that. But yeah, all he can't do this with better resources and spending 250 million in that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This guy's washed.
I know that, man. What have you made of the kind of a potential deal for Ollie? Does that surprise you, in all honesty?
No.
And does that give you kind of inkling of even if they win a trophy or not, Ollie's job is safe, and they're trying to build for the next 2 or 3 years? Because why would any top club in Europe give a contract to a manager who hasn't won a trophy in 2 years and is almost not even, has the potential to win a trophy, but it's not there yet? You know what I mean? It's not. Would you see, apparently there's the story of Hansi Flick. I don't know if he's given a contract. Has he been renewed his contract?
No, his contract hasn't been renewed because there's talks of him taking over the German national team.
German national team, yeah.
But you just got to show the levels, innit?
He might consider taking that job in the after the Euros.
Yeah, but this goes to show the levels, though, doesn't it, Norrin? That still, our club is really, really doesn't really look at trophies. That's what kind of who can keep the Glazers happy, who can keep everything there. Yeah.
So it comes back to it, and I say it. The reason why the Glazers there, and everybody tells me, we protested in 2005, and you know what? The Glazers didn't go anywhere. So why can't? What's the difference now between 2005 and now in social media? Social media has a huge power now.
Yeah.
Social media, you can move things. So I say it, and I always say it, Saeed. Why can't all of the big channels on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of the people that say they love United, right?
You know why though? We're not united. We're not united though.
But that's what. Why don't I put the ego aside and have a day of action on social media of just blanketing Man United and blanketing all sponsors for Man United and actually going to there and spamming all the sponsors that sponsor Man United.
No, it did.
And people go, well, that's not going to do anything. Listen.
Noradine, if there's a man to do it, it's you. If there's a man to do it, Noradine, it's
you. You have to be the leader, fam. You have to be the leader.
Let's do this, bro.
You have to be the leader in that.
I already said.
Yeah, megaphone in that. You're good to go, fam. You don't even need the megaphone. You loud enough. Let's go.
United is the headquarters of the resistance against the Glazers. One thing, the only agenda that I have on my channel is that Woodwood Glazers out.
Yes.
Gary Neville last night blew out the water. Those of you who watched the game last night, Gary Neville blew out the water and said, this new structure is just smoke and mirrors because there's no power. That's the biggest question I asked. As soon as I had the news, breaking news, Man United have restructured. They've got structure. And everybody's coming at me. Even on the street, they've got structure now. What are you saying?
They're trying to fool us, Loaded. They're trying to fool us, man.
I asked the question. The question I asked is, does the director of football does he have power? Gary Neville, in no uncertain terms, last night said he can't veto the manager. He can't sack a manager or hire a manager. He can't get rid of a player or bring in a player. So what's this smoke and mirrors then? It is a fact. It is a fact, guys. I've said it. I've come on here and I said it. I said, we'll be here another decade, and Man United will be like, unless what Flawless says, we get a genius manager who's just going to use the players that we've got there, coach the hell out of them, and then we're going to hope that City and Liverpool and the other top 6 teams slip up, and then we'll win a trophy, we'll win a league. That's not going to happen anytime soon. That ain't going to happen. Let's look at Barcelona. Let's say Man United are equivalent to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus. You know what I mean? We're equivalent to these big clubs, Paris Saint-Germain. We're equivalent. But we don't act like it. We don't play like it. To me, for Oli to stay, I always said, that's why there was a little bit of hope, bit of optimism, because the hope that kills you. It's the hope that kills you. And there was a little bit of optimism. I was like, at least now that role is created. So if they got rid of this John Murner guy, but then I look at the role, I think the role has got no power. So what's the point of getting some other guy to go and do what John Murner was doing, which is no power, and talking about, look, the future. Come another decade, I'm telling you now, we're going to be still going about the youngsters, the future. That's what we are now. Future FC. Youngster Sport Development FC. That's what we are. Football Development Man United FC, because that's what's happening. And unless all of the people that love United put their egos aside and say, you know what, we're going to do a day of action, right? Day of action, and cuss out man, and spam all the company sponsor Man United, then we're not going to get anywhere, right?
But you know what, though, Nuruddin?
And you know what my worry is? These fans were just going to sleepwalking into Arsenal. Look how many years now Arsenal not win a trophy, like the league. How long are we talking now? Arsenal not win the league?
2004.
4, yeah.
Invincibles, isn't it?
Invincibles. We're counting now, Saeed. We're counting now in the 9th year.
And they're about 10 years away from winning the league.
4 years since Man United won a trophy. 4 years since Man United. At the end of the season, it'll be 4 years since Man United won a trophy. And we're going into the 9th year. And nothing ain't changing. And the only reason why Woodward did what he did by restructuring is because Patrice Evra, after we got smashed 6-1 by Spurs, cost them out. And have you seen Patrick Evra on Sky anymore?
No.
You don't see him anymore.
They slowly phased them out, you know.
Yo, they phased the man out because the man's about
his wife had a kid, though, innit?
Yeah, that as well. Yeah,
doesn't mean you can't. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you can't go. You know what I mean? Like,
we might look.
You gotta go back to work, bro.
But we probably might look too. We probably
you get 2 weeks
too much
maternity leave.
It's only Sky might give more in it. You know what I'm saying? It's Sky.
You get 2 weeks maternity leave, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Saeed, Saeed, how do you know this? You got something you want to tell us? You got a baby on the way, yeah? Saeed Junior and that, yeah? Saeed out here.
Flawless. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that Saeed is fostering kids right, left, and center, bro.
Playing stepdaddy and that. All right, okay.
Listen, I know my law, man. I just know my law. You get me? You know what I mean, man? I get the 2 week off in it. You know what I mean? Just get that 2 week off in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Saeed's got the biggest soundtrack to his life, you know, Big Papa. I remember when he called me Big Papa, you know.
Alright, man. No, less of that, but yeah, man. Let me bring in Musa now, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We're just talking about the Oli situation, the contract, you know what I mean, in terms of things not being in there and things kind of, you know, flowing around and the kind of ambitions of the football club. Can you see that? Can you, you know, are you worried that that's going to take over from the actual footballing aspect of it, you know?
Listen, like Oli has, like the amount of times Oli has got away with not getting sacked, the fact, like this, like, if Oli gets top 4, Oli don't get sacked. So for me, especially seeing how the board is, how do we see Oli getting sacked or not getting a contract, cool. Since we got rid of Fergie, if you make top 4, like Mr. Structure said, you get your contract. So if Ollie still, unless we don't make top 4 next year and the teams around us, step it up and they do their bit. So we're talking about, depending on how Tottenham finish, Everton, Leicester, all of these other teams. If we have a shaky start and the board actually invest in Ollie and they bring in players, and then Man United come Christmas time and still having a shaky start and we're like 9th or 10th, then I can see some momentum to get Ollie out before he flipping does a Houdini last minute again and pulls off another top 4. You know what I'm saying? But Ollie's a man that if you don't sack him when he's 9th or 8th, like we nearly did earlier in the season and got flipping Pochettino in, if you don't do it then, Ollie just does a madness, and before you know it, he's back in there, and then he makes finishing in the top 4 feel like an achievement, an accomplishment. And that's what's going to happen now. If we lose against AC Milan and we get knocked out of the FA Cup by Leicester, Ollie will make a top 3, top 2 finish as an accomplishment. He'll make us feel, a trophy. He'll make us feel like we did something, and then we go in against next season. So for me, I'm just looking at Ollie and I'm just thinking, unless, and I don't get it, I think to myself, Man United are kind of nuts. The board upstairs are just taking a mick. They know they spend average sometimes 100 million, 150 million. They're capable of doing that, Man United. You need a certain type of manager that can work within that structure, who plays football, understands, the European market, and can also get the best out of a team. But then Man United go for the opposite type of manager in the Jose, in the Van Gaal and that, who want big players for big money. So like, what are you doing? It's not like they said to us, you know what, since we let Fergie go, or Fergie retired, we're going to go down a different angle. We're going to be spending around 100 and 150 every window. Let us go and get a Poch in, that type of manager. Let's go and get a younger type of manager who can get players in, because we've seen it. When I look at the scouts at Leicester, Southampton, all of these teams, I'm thinking these men bring in ballers all the time. Ballers that can come to United and put in a shift. Even when you look at Leeds, you know what I'm saying? They've been bringing in ballers. So my thing is that we're not going for that type of manager, but we're spending that type of money. We just got to make our mind up. And Ollie, as much as even Ollie doesn't seem like, to me, he knows where the deals and the stills are within Europe. I feel like he's going for players that we all know, that we all talk about. But when are they going to surprise us? When are they going to pull one out the bag and we're like, "Bro, we didn't see that coming"? You know what I'm saying? It's for players that we all know. We can all get them. So for me, I got no hope with Ollie. I just hope he don't get a contract. But if Ollie gets this contract, guys, next season, that's it. It's the same. He's not going nowhere. We're going to be on here, and we just have to be ready for this roller coaster, up and down, up and down.
It's happening. Musa, bro, it's happening, bro. Trust me, it's happening. Man United are leaking it out, get the feelers out already. The thing about it is that if Ollie, to me, I understand Ollie, so we're not bashing Ollie here.
No, we're not.
Actually, one thing I would say, Ollie's a fantastic man manager. He is one of the best man managers, and he's proven that at Man United. That's why when he's edge of the cliff, man, just rescue him, innit? Rescue him like nobody's business. Man, just come and equalize. You know, like who knows the equalizer back in the day, innit? When he need to be rescued, the players just come out, put the armors on, and rescue him. But the biggest thing for me is that if Ollie doesn't understand that he needs to stop this boys for the job business and go and get 2-3 top coaches in Europe, in the world, right?
Boys for the job business, that's fire.
I like that. Title of the podcast now.
That's what
That is it, yo. Boys for the job business.
Bro, that's what he's on, bro.
Boys to the shop.
Job for the boys business.
That don't get you nowhere. That don't get you nowhere.
He needs to go and get 2-3 top coaches that know what they're doing, bro. Then we might see the football improve. Then we'll all jump on the bandwagon. But at this moment in time, the wagon is 3/4 empty, because there's only certain people still holding on to Ollie. You know what I mean? There's 3/4 have already left that wagon, mate. Put the wagon down and said, nah.
I left the wagon and I took everything with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I left that wagon and I took everything with it, man. Flawless, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get your opinion. I was going to get Aaron's opinion, but it's not there right now. But, you know, massive, you know what I mean, contract, 9 years, you know, 9 million a year.
Man said 9 years. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Don't do that.
9
You
years.
know, I'll have
Nine
grey hair
years.
by then.
No,
I'll be
that's
old like
funny.
Jordan by then. Go on.
I said, what?
Oh yeah, so
You
go
know-
on, fam. Yeah. Go on. What was the question,
Yeah,
fam?
I'm just saying, like, you know, you know, what I mean, a 9 million a year deal. You know, what I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to ask the question as well, and I get Aaron's thoughts in a bit. But you know, this contract, does this just to clarify for you that Ole Gunnar Solskjær is here for a rebuild rather than trophies and whatnot? You know what I mean? Because you can see that, you know, Ole's not going to win a trophy at United, but he's here for the vibes, the good culture, that protective, you know, measure for the Glazers. You know, in all lessons.
I think so. I think, like I said in it, the job he's done, the job he was supposed to do, I think he's come in and done. I think
$200,000 a week.
he was supposed to come in and build the team for a next guy to come in and take over. That's one thing I always give Ole credit for, is what he done with the squad. Yes, it still needs improvements, but if you look at what he inherited compared to what we have now, he's done his job. He just reached the ceiling. That's his ceiling is thirds and semi-finals. So all right, let's go and give it to the next man who can take us over, because the squad is there. Do we need a centre back? Yes. Do we need a holding midfielder? Yes. Do we need a right winger? Yes. But before Ole came in, we needed those three and more. So he's added to it. Like I said, look at our attacking options. I say this all the only reason why Ole's in the job still is because of the attacking options we have. That's it. Literally, that's it. Because of the amount of goals we can score. And as we've seen, when the individuals start getting injured and loss of form, as Ala with Greenwood and a Martial, for instance, we suffer. He doesn't know how to turn it around. He has no idea. How do you outscore the champions front three with your front three, and two of your front three fall off the next season, and you have no idea what to do? He has no idea how to get Greenwood fired. No idea. It's like literally we call him the supervisor, but you're even supervising. It's like, you know what? Just go out there and figure it out for yourself.
You know what it is, though?
Figure it out.
He literally took a centre forward and stifled his attacking instincts for a whole year, and this is what happens. So what happens when you do that with a Greenwood and you play him out on the wing for a whole year without him getting a sniff of a goal or any chances created for him or any creation in a team? This is what you do. And you know what I'm saying? Why is it that Foden, in the same amount of time, Foden has accelerated, and now Greenwood has become stagnant. But if I say to you a year ago, who's the better one, you tell me Greenwood.
Absolutely.
You tell me Greenwood, no doubt.
Someone alluded to it. Ole's a good kind of a person to put your arm around, but he wouldn't guide you to become a top player.
Yeah, he's good for the vibes, man. He's a vibes coach. That's what he is, isn't it? He's a vibe. He's cardio vibes. That's what he's here for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Flawless, let me say this, right? Ollie's not even doing the coaching. You come out and said it. That's why people like me is losing already. There's a little bit of me that's still trying to hold on to this Ollie. But since we got whacked a 6-1 against Tottenham, Ollie ain't been the same man. Some imposter took over Ollie because the bravery's gone. The bravery's gone. Yeah. And that's why he's making reckless decisions. And that's why he's coming out saying he doesn't even do the coaching. Yeah. So read your...
Yeah, man. Lawazi Maguana. He says, we are going to spend all summer chasing Haaland, miss out and spend the last hours of transfer window scraping. Can Man United even find a DM? Aaron, you asked that question, man.
Can we find a DM? Yes. Will we find one? Everyone could see we need a DM.
Yeah.
Can we find in the whole world of football? We should be able to find a competent DM in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. Go on.
Yeah. Who would you get, Aaron? You know what I mean?
He literally, Flawless just answered my question. It's answered the question for me. I would have said exactly.
And Haaland apparently wants 350 grand a week. Yeah, that's the reported figure.
We already tried to get Haaland. We already tried. He doesn't want to come. Bro. Remember,
people don't understand. He doesn't want to come because him and his dad probably know about this structure, and people like this is where people like amaze me in it because they keep saying, "Oh, get rid of Pogba and his flipping agent." Well, guess who Haaland's agent is?
Yeah,
it's Raiola. So
yeah. And I agree with this. I agree with this comment here.
And you know what, Aaron? You're spot on with that, innit? When it's Pogba and they don't, because they dislike Pogba, it's like, oh, I don't want anything to do with him and his agent. But because it's Haaland and people see him scoring all these goals, let's bring him in. People don't even do their research.
He's going Bayern Munich, bro. He's going Bayern Munich, just like the rest of them.
Exactly. And
we're going to sign Haaland, and he's going to do nothing here anyway because we don't create chances. We have 2 number 9s. No, we have 3 number 9s. We have Cavani, we got Martial, we got Greenwood, and none of them get any service. So you think Haaland's going to come here and average 4 touches in the box and
No,
bang bare
because-
goals? Where?
Because they think he's gonna score all these bangers from 30 yards like he does
Yeah,
in the Bundesliga. When people, and this
You
is
know-
where my criticism comes in. Yeah, when I say people, open your damn eyes and start watching some different football so that you understand that the Bundesliga ain't the Premier League. The goals that Haaland scores in the Bundesliga, he's never going to score the same type
Never.
of goals in the
Yeah.
Never.
in the Premier League, because in the
And-
Premier League, the teams are not that naive in terms of playing that high line.
High
Okay,
line.
you might play 1 or 2 teams that are gonna play that high line, but not everyone's gonna play that high. But look at all of Haaland's goals, bro. He starts running from the halfway line all the way by himself, and it ends up being against the goalkeeper. That's never gonna happen against in the Premier League.
You'll get 3 of them a season.
Yo, try that at
3
Turf
of them a
Moor, innit?
season.
Go away
Do you
to
know what I'm
Burnley
saying?
in it on a Tuesday night and try that in it and see if you get that high line at Burnley in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See if Ben Mee's gonna give you that, yeah? Ben Mee ain't getting into no foot race with you, my guy. He's just gonna hold on to you for 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Ben Mee ain't gonna go run at me. You know what I'm saying, Don?
Exactly. And if you want a prime example of this, just look at the striker at Chelsea that they signed and that. Look at Werner and that. The same guy you lot all
Exactly.
criticizing him and running
That's what I'm
jokes on.
saying. And in
Exactly.
the Bundesliga right now, Haaland, week in, week out, he's coming up against, because he's a striker, in it. So he's coming up against centre backs like flipping Jonathan Tah and flipping Niklas Stark from Berlin and flipping Hinterhegger from Frankfurt. Bruv,
Get him in Tony Stark's son and that.
I said it.
I'm telling you.
You know what
Trust
I'm
me.
saying? You're coming up against man like Niklas Stark and flipping Thomas Hinteregger from Frankfurt and flipping Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen. No disrespect to all them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas in the Premier League, bruv, you're coming up against real man. Lewis Dunk from Brighton.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Mee from Brighton.
Ben
Do you know
Mee,
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
call
You're
that
coming-
to you, man.
Flipping
Wait until-
Tarkowski and
Wait until they go to Brighton and they see a 6'6" left back. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
okay.
Like,
you know
yo,
what I'm saying?
You get what I'm saying? Man, I got man called Dunk.
It's true.
You get what I'm saying? Man, I
You
got
got-
centre backs called Dunk. Cause when you go up for that header with him, he's dunking on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Haaland, you ain't doing that over here. You're not doing that over here.
Yeah.
Fam, he's playing against Mustafi in the in the
Come on, man.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Twisting man up. Come on,
Guys,
bro.
get the likes up, people, man. Get the likes.
get
Let's
the
get
likes
300
up, man.
likes, man. Come on,
So
people.
people need to
Let's
Let's get
understand, yeah.
300 likes, man.
People need to understand that the Premier League and the Bundesliga is not the same. Haaland is going to come. Yes, he might bang in goals, but we still need to serve him, because one thing that he has at Dortmund is that he's got people serving him. Sancho is giving him assists on a golden platter every single week. All
And
he
Royce.
has to do is
He's got
finish.
a Royce
And
one.
Royce and Brandt and Bellingham. And like, he's got
Reina.
players around him and Reina that can give him those chances.
Matching out by like Dan
With
James
us,
on the wing.
Who's apart
James,
from
come on.
let's go through the team, innit? Let's go through the team.
McTominay. Oh my
Is
god.
McTominay gonna serve
No.
Haaland? No, he's too
No.
busy passing sideways and being happy with it. Matic, he's on his last legs. He's not gonna do that. Who else? Bruno is too busy scoring himself. He's not gonna. To be fair, he might give him a couple of assists. To be fair, he might.
give him a couple of assists, but
Rashford-
Bruno's going to be higher than Haaland than that. This is my
Yeah,
point.
of
I
course,
rate Haaland
yeah.
highly. He'll score goals, people.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, in this Manchester United team, any number 9 we give with no service is going to die.
Yeah,
You see, with
Cavani
Cavani,
ran
you see
away.
with Martial.
Cavani ran away.
Yeah,
now.
look at
Because right
Lukaku, man. Look at
because right
Lukaku.
now-
Man are telling me he's one of the top in the world now. You man are telling me he's got Lego
Already
brick
got him out
at
of the club,
United. You're telling me
That's
his
how
foot's
Nuri's
like
got,
Lego, like the Lego man. You know what I'm saying? You're
Lukaku
telling
might
me his
be
left
at
foot
City
like
next
Lego,
year.
man. He goes to
Nuri
Italy.
didn't want him at the
You
club,
know
though.
what I'm saying?
Nuri didn't want him at the club. Remember, Nuri, you chased him out onto the M20.
Yeah, no, but there's a difference with
Chase the
Lukaku.
balls.
Like I rate Lukaku's goal scoring record, yeah, and I respect everything he's done in football. But the reason why I personally wanted him out is because he does too much of this. Do you know what I'm saying? I've never seen a striker who does too much of this, but on the pitch he don't
Yeah, the
deliver.
podcast.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between him and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for example, who will
Can
talk
I-
shit in the
Yeah.
interviews.
But
he
wherever
will
he
back it
goes,
up on the
wherever
pitch.
Lukaku goes, though, he's 1-2. That he just points at his record. Wherever he
I
goes,
know,
he's
Yeah.
but
1-2.
here's the thing, Musa. Lukaku right now, to me, well, let's hope he wins the title with Inter Milan this season, because that will be his first major trophy. Lukaku, for me, is just
Yeah.
like a Harry Kane now, yeah? Like, you're scoring a lot of goals, but at the end of your career, what are we going to remember? Especially if you're not winning titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you score
I mean,
goals,
let me-
cute, but there's countless other
Yeah.
men that score goals.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let me
That's
round the
true.
podcast up, guys. We're hour-in, and I think JV and Florence got to do Pi Radio in a bit, but we're gonna round the podcast up. Nuruddin, big week. Leicester, AC Milan, and Nuruddin, you have to give me an answer. You never give me an answer on this podcast. Give me an answer. I want you to give me 2 answers. Are we gonna go through in both? No, sorry, 1 answer. Are we gonna go both through to the FA Cup and Europa League next rounds?
I think we're going to go through to one.
One. Which one?
Might be the FA Cup, you know.
FA Cup with the Idiacho firing at the minute.
Yeah.
Big up Idiacho, by the way. His interview, man, it was cold, man. You get me? It was from the heart, innit?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Aaron,
Yes, bro.
give me your prediction this week.
I think we're going out of the Europa League against AC Milan. But next week we'll not next week, this Sunday actually.
Sunday, yeah.
But Sunday we'll go through.
Okay. Musa.
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. AC Milan beat us because they're just there to defend. We can't break no one down, bro. We can't. Who are we breaking down? We break down. We can't do nothing. When we're told to break people down, we break down. We panic. We panic all the time. We're not on it.
Yeah, we're not the recovery team. Breakdown recovery.
Yeah, we got a manager on the touchline. He just smiles, but he don't make substitutes. I don't get it. It's bad enough he was making one or two, but now he's just refusing to bring Mandem on. He's on Ollie's bad. Ollie's mad, you know. Now he's refusing to bring any of the Mandem on. And this is why I said that man have to be careful. You see all this man management. Lingard said, boy, Ollie, he kind of dealt with me different. Then we got Smalling as well. When he went to Roma, said, boy, Ollie kind of dealt with me different. So Ollie, I don't know about all of this, you know. But for me, I think, again, we come out against AC Milan and then we're going to beat Leicester. And we're only going to beat Leicester because Leicester play the game, innit? They try to come behind, you know, that leave a bit of space. So that's the only reason we're going to beat them, I believe. But as for AC, no chance.
Yeah. Flawless JV. Are we going to be out? You know, by the way, we've got nearly 600 people watching, man. Please smash a like on the video.
Yeah, I'm backing what we say in the next two games. I'm backing we lose both, mate.
You reckon we lose both?
Is it Milan and Leicester?
Yeah. You reckon that season's done then by the time next week?
Milan will beat us nicely and that. You know, like a proper professional Italian European performance.
Proper Italian job.
Yes, they're not gonna no skill.
And our record there is bad, you know. Our record there is bad, you know.
You won the last one though. You won the last one though.
But look who we had.
Yeah, look who they had though. Still,
this is what I'm saying. But here's the thing. You see what it is? Why I think what they will do is they will realize we can't break no one down. That's no mystery. Yeah. So they will go and do the classic Italian thing and be very hard to break down. Yeah. Yeah. And then that's it. It's game over. They go if they rock up with if they have any sort of 3-5-2, we're done. Go on.
This team, actually, the Milan team, is not set up to really defend, you know. It's not like the old AC Milan teams. This manager is quite attacking, but like he said, he might just change it and go, you know what, for this game, we're all going to... You know what I mean?
My man in the middle.
If he gets a 0-0, they're through.
Who's my man in the middle of the park again? The one they got in the middle of the park that was just balling.
Kessie. 24 years old, and he showed up Fred and McTominay said, you ain't on my level, boys.
Yeah. You showed man how to box the box. He said, hey, you man box the box, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said, you man got 8 on your back. I'm the real 8. 24. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. But yeah, honestly, I think they will turn up against us. And I think Leicester will be very high after what they're doing recently, and they will batter us about 3-4-0.
They got a week off as well. Week off as well, people. That's a week off for Leicester.
They'll batter us like 3-4-0. Telling you.
Wow. JV's at it. Flawless. Did you give your one, by the way?
Yeah, I give mine. I'm probably in the minority of this. Like I said, because we're talking about AC Milan, and they're now the favourites. The 1-1 draw, the injuries we have, the form we're in. And we know what this team's like. United are like a soap. You know what I'm saying? If we lose these two games, like the talking points is kind of over. Like it's all going to be, this is why I can see us. I'm strongly in the minority here. I think we'll win both. I know win both games is strong. I think we'll go through against AC Milan, and I think we'll beat Leicester as well. I know what this team's like in that.
When the chips are down, Ollie survives. When the chips are down, Ollie survives. Yeah.
The individuals we have in it, and I say this, I don't know who's going to be back, who's going to be fit. You also mentioned Leicester having a week off. They've just won 5-0. They're the favourites going into that. Whenever we're not the favourites and his back's against the wall, and like I said, if we lose these two games and our season is over in March, our fan base is going to be in uproar. Ollie out is going to be trending for the next week. This is why I don't see him losing both games. simply because of that. The Ollie Inners will have nothing to stand on if this happens. It's over.
You know, the only thing
Conversation's done.
I not lose on Sunday because it's my bloody birthday.
The conversation's done.
Yo,
Nah, exactly. And it's your birthday as well. Yeah, me. That's what I'm saying. The conversation's done.
I ain't the Europa League anyway. I want to get out of the Europa League anyway. I hate that.
So,
we got a super chat here from Abdi Kareem Sente. Who's the favourite to win the Europa League? I'm saying Arsenal, you know. I don't know something about Arsenal, yeah.
Because I was with
AC. I think after Arsenal, I think AC, because they got injuries. If they get their injuries back, they can play, you know. AC can play, you know. And what I saw from that midfielder, he's going to bad up a couple more teams. He's not on it. And, he just needs a couple more people to come back in that squad because they got a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Luridin, just like you won't be seeing you in the Europa League final, so top 4, but no trophy for you. This is an Arsenal fan, by the way.
Yo, say Miasi, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Zay Miasi as always. But guys, that's been your podcast 115 Straightjacket podcast with a man. Then you get me. Shout out to everybody who's been involved, and shout out to you guys, man. You get me. You guys are supporting the channel. We had about over 600 of these throughout the whole podcast. You get me.
Get a like.
Shout out to the man. Them. Yeah, man. Get the likes of people.
TV Revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, man.
TV.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? Big up to Ghana, you know, but apparently the most viewers are from Ghana. So yo, big up to Ghana, man.
Shout out to Ghana.
Man. Yo, big up everyone from the motherland.
Ghana, man. Listen, don't be succumbing to the fake borderlines, man. The colonial borderlines. Say West Africa, man. Big up all the West
Africa. The Gold Coast. West Coast.
Okay, West Coast and West Africa, man. Big up to everybody. Big up to where you guys are coming from, innit? Everyone, whoever, you know what I mean? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. You get me? That would be good to see. But yo, Pirate Radio, man, then you get me? You man are live at 7 o'clock in 15 minutes.
Yo, 7. We're live, 7 p.m. people. Premier League in it. So if you're in the Northwest, retune your DAB radio, go to the Pirate Radio YouTube. The content's there. We're gonna have all the man them on here. Once shit opens back up, we'll have them on as guests as well. We're just waiting for stuff lockdown to ease and that, so we can have the man them on as guests. But yeah, lock in people.
Yeah, man. Come on, people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to JV as well in the building. You get me? Shout out to JV. Make sure you go check him out. Shout out Straw as well.
Yeah, Straw's there still.
Straw.
Yeah, man. Straw, man. Let's see what your boys do tonight, Straw.
Yeah, man. We got
exercise the ghost tonight.
Yeah, man. We got Mauritius here. We got Canada. We got Kenya, Sierra Leone. Where's Benin? Anyone know where Benin is? Where's Benin?
Benin,
Africa, yeah. Vancouver, Gambia. Yeah, man. A lot of Gambia here, man. Wow.
Jeez.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, they're in the building.
Yo, Saeed TV worldwide and that. Saeed TV worldwide, fam. Worldwide, fam.
Worldwide.
Yo, fam, you got a bigger worldwide following than Piers Morgan since he quit. You know what I'm saying? Saeed out here.
Big up the Irish, man. Big up Dublin, man. Love the Irish.
South Africa. You know what I'm saying? To Nigeria. Big up Nigeria, man. Always, man. You know what I'm saying? Kismayo. You get me? Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you.
Kenya.
But yeah, man. Local, global, man. You get me? Global. You know what I'm saying to you?
Say it to the word.
Come on, man. Lord, man, let people know where they can find you, man. United Real Therapy. Apparently, you're closing on 1,000 subscribers, you know. Yo.
That's what I just checked.
Everybody, man. Yo.
Yo.
You know what, man? 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
2 weeks, man. You've been on YouTube for 2 weeks, man. Less than 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
And you're already on 1,000 subscribers, man. That's
Let's go, people, innit? United Real Therapy. We do the
right there.
previews. We do the previews and the match reactions, but we're gonna get a podcast going soon as well, man. Mr. Structure, United Real TV. There you go, people.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
Check out Sarcasm City, man. Check out Sarcasm City, man. I was on the Bad Boy podcast the other night, man.
Tune in now, bro.
Talking all things politics and everything else that goes
19 away. 18. Guys, man, let's get 18 right now, man.
Wait. Hold on. 18 people. We're gonna wait. 18 people go right now to Noodles channel,
right now.
United Real Therapy. Subscribe right now.
Right now, people, right now.
18.
Now. As we hear Aaron Shah his channel and you get me Musa Shah his stuff. You get me 10 now. 10
subscribers. 10
subscribers.
Wow,
man.
Crazy, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it now today.
Right now, people,
Bangladesh in the
literally.
building.
Log in on your mums and like it as well. If you ain't got no one else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, log on your
Look
mums.
sister or something.
Yeah, man.
Sister,
Yo, I'm telling
brother,
you, that's what I did when I
uncle,
started, you know,
auntie,
man.
anything.
I did that when I started, bro. I'm not gonna lie to it, man. You know what I'm saying?
If you work on a computer and work, use your work email.
That's it.
And use that YouTube, yeah?
Yeah, man. Come on.
Let's
Live
go.
countdown. But Mr. Ari United, man, let people know where they can find you. 9 left, people. 9 left.
9 left, people. You can find me at Mr. Aaron UTD everywhere. I'm about 300 subscribers away. I just hit 9,700 today, so
Yes.
Come on, man.
300 away from
That's
10K.
it.
So yeah, man.
6.
4 left, people.
Community,
4
man.
left.
Community, man.
Hey, get Aaron to 10K people, man. Get Aaron to 10K and get rid
2
of
left.
4
Yeah,
left.
get out of 10K as well. You get
Two.
2 left,
Two.
apparently. 2.
Let's
Oh,
go.
we hit it. We hit it.
We hit. Whoa!
Let's go.
Whoa! That's the power of social media.
Go.
The power of social media.
Let's go. Hey,
That's
listen.
it now,
Look,
Nuruddin. All you need to do now is get the watch
Look at
hours
this.
up and then you're
wait,
monetizing
look
now.
at this, guys. Look at this. Look at it change. Look at it change, yeah? One sec. Look at it change. Look at it change. Hey!
Come on, Nuruddin. Now you just need to get the watch. You just get the watch hours up and then that's it, man. Monetization in
Come
process.
on, man.
He's man got to monetization in 2 weeks.
It's crazy, man. Crazy, man.
No, I'm forever
Yeah, man.
indebted, though. I'm forever indebted to you all, you boys, man, and everybody else.
Come on, man. Nah, man. It's
All
been
it's
big hard
about
work.
community, man. It's about
Really?
community. Man United ain't winning the league anytime too soon, so we need that therapy, people.
I'm telling you. Also, man, let the people know where they can find you, man. Reso,
Reso,
man. Let the
CIC,
people know.
you know what it is. I'm there. I'm in the building. We're there. We're working away.
Come on,
I
man. Now
can't
you're
wait till they
legendary
get us
now.
back in the studio. I can't wait till they let us back in the studio. I mean, in the stadiums, though, man. When they're letting us back, I need to come up them ways.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Definitely,
absolutely,
man.
Link up, man.
September, man. We link up, man. You know what I mean? Manchester link up, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a big podcast then, but that'll be a madness live podcast with them whole man. You get me? That'll be fire. But guys, man, it's been a
Soon
pleasure.
come. We got that all for you. Soon come. Link up.
Yeah, man.
Soon come, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Love-
guys, like the video,
everybody, man.
subscribe to United Central, and we're out, people. Take care. Bye-bye.